What's going on, everyone? It's Nick, and before we begin, please remember to like the video because that's going to really help me out. And also, if you're new here, please remember to subscribe. I'm looking in from the outside on 300 subscribers. Really want to get there. If you love basketball, baseball, and football, this is definitely the place for you because I cover all three of those sports, and also hit that notification bell for future uploads. And today, I'm going to talk about some things going on with my favorite team, as you can see, and also my least favorite team. Well, the Eagles and Cowboys are 1A and 1B for my least favorite team. And I'm going to be talking about the Cowboys. So what I'm going to be talking about today, yeah, other people did beat me to it because I was asleep when the news came out, because I'm in Japan, as some of you may know. And also, yesterday I made a Blake Griffin video, and earlier today I was finishing up a Knicks blog I was writing, so when that's out, I will leave a link in the description. If you can check that out, I'd really appreciate it. And the Blake Griffin video will be in the end screen. But now that we got all that out of the way, let's roll the intro. But before I do though, if you'd like to see me actually use footage for these videos, like actual NFL footage, or for basketball, NBA footage, for baseball, MLB footage, let me know. But I'll just let you know right now that that's going to take some time to make. But alright, let's cue the intro that I already have been using for a while. So the first thing I want to talk about is Leonard Williams getting franchised. And in case you're new here, you'd probably know that Leonard Williams is my favorite Giant, and I'll tell you why. That's why. Now, I didn't go to USC, but they're my favorite college football team. So, yeah, that's why I have a lot of love for Leonard Williams, plus the fact that he's a beast. So I'm really glad to have him back, but there is also the question of, was he really worth the franchise tag? Like, he was definitely by far the Giants' best defensive lineman last season. And it's a joke that he didn't make the Pro Bowl. Giants and USC fan or not, he should have made the Pro Bowl last year. His 11.5 sacks and his ability to stop the run, yeah, like, I just can't believe he didn't make the Pro Bowl. So the Giants had to franchise tag him in order to retain him, because if they didn't franchise him, yeah, he was definitely going to walk, and then someone else would have given him all that money. So the Giants did what they had to do to keep him, and hey, since he's my favorite player, I can really rejoice. However, there are some things that the Giants will need to do to make this all work out. Like, one thing would be restructure Sterling Shepard. And I would like to have Sterling Shepard back. I always liked him. He's just not a number one because he's not fast enough and he's too injury prone. But he does have great hands and he does run really good routes. So I definitely want him as a part of the team, but the Giants should probably look into restructuring his contract to make sure that they can work their way around franchising Leonard Williams. And cutting Golden Tate and David Mayo, that cleared up a good amount of cap space. Now it's only a matter of when they cut Nate Solder, not a matter of if. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't cut Nate Solder at this point. And cutting Kevin Zeitler is also something the Giants should do to save another $12 million. And Zeitler is coming off a very down year, being given his second worst PFF grade in the 9 seasons he's been in the NFL, and also the most pressures allowed in his career. Now, okay, I don't see Leonard Williams as like an Aaron Donald type of interior lineman. I'm not going to be that much of a homer for him, but you know he's a damn beast. 11.5 sacks, and also being so good at stopping the run. And you could go either way with who was the Giants' best player last year between Leonard Williams and James Bradbury, in my opinion. And he did come up big in some pretty big games, like against the Seahawks and in the last game of the season against the Cowboys. But now that the Giants have to clear up some cap space, well, yeah, there are some pretty easy choices that they can make that I just talked about, but another one that also has to be a really easy choice to make: trade Evan Engram, please. He is not worth his contract, and please save me with a he's young, give him another chance. No. He's had his chance. He's been in the league for 4 years now. It's time for him to go. He had his shot, he failed. Bye, out the door. He's got to go. And get a 4th round pick for him or something, and you can use that to replace Dalvin Tomlinson because he's probably going to be on his way out now because the Giants just franchised Leonard Williams. So, yeah, I'm happy that Leonard Williams is back. There's some things that the Giants have to do to make sure that they can pay him, but I don't think it should be all that hard. So, I'm happy right now. So now, there's also Kenny Golladay, who the Detroit Lions decided they're not going to franchise tag. And he's been on the Giants' radar for who to bring in to help that receiving core that's one of the worst in the league. I would personally prefer Allen Robinson because he's more durable, but if Kenny Golladay is available, yeah, the Giants should absolutely make a push to get him. Either him or Allen Robinson. And what would be ideal is trade Evan Engram, draft Kyle Pitts if he's available, and sign Allen Robinson or Kenny Golladay, or even Corey Davis. And I think that Darius Slayton can be a number 2, just hell no a number 1. But if Kyle Pitts isn't available, or if he is, but so are Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith, yeah, I'm okay with getting Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle. That works for me too. So now onto Dak Prescott and the massive extension that he just got. 4 years, $160 million. That's an AAV of $40 million. Oh my goodness. Now, was this an overpay? Yeah, I would say this was an overpay, but I wouldn't look at it in a bad way either. Like, Dak is a very good quarterback. I may hate the Cowboys with a passion, but I'm going to give credit when it's due. Dak is a good quarterback, and if you say otherwise, you're obviously either not watching Cowboys games, you're biased, or even if you're just one of those guys that just looks at the stats and doesn't watch games, and you still come to the conclusion that Dak is trash, then, I just don't know what to tell you. But he's definitely no Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers, that's for sure. So that's why I would say that, yes, it's an overpay, but I'd rather overpay Dak to retain him than let him walk and have to find a new quarterback, and that quarterback that you replace him with probably not being as good as Dak. If you really know football, you know that Dak was not the problem when he was healthy. Their defense was just absolute trash, and after Dak got injured, yes, it did improve, but it still wasn't great. They still gave up 41 to Washington and 33 to the 49ers. Both were below average offenses. Well, actually, I don't know if some of those points came on defense, but whatever. Yeah, I forgot to check that before I recorded, but if some of those points were given up on defense, yeah, let me know. And not only is Dak a good quarterback, he has good receivers to throw to. In Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and I'd even say Mike Gallup. I think he's underrated. But Mike McCarthy really needs to get Zeke more involved in the offense. You have a generational talent in Ezekiel Elliott. You got to utilize him more. But then again, I'm not really surprised that that's how he's doing it because, let's be real, Mike McCarthy was a fraud in Green Bay, and like I've said before, I was begging for the Giants to stay away from him when they were in search of a new head coach, and he was available, and thank God they did, and he's now the Cowboys' problem. But with this Dak extension, yeah, the Cowboys are going to have to really work their way around this contract. They're going to have to nail their draft picks, which I hope they don't, because you know why. In all honesty, the Cowboys have not had a bad team on paper in a long time. It's just one thing or another that continues to go wrong for them every year, and hey, I enjoy it. But even on defense, like I said in my very first NFL video, it's not like they have no talent at all on defense. Their problems were schematic, and I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why they fired Chris Richard, because Mike McCarthy wanted to bring in Mike Nolan, who he goes way back with, and that was just stupid. But hey, if the Cowboys keep pushing the wrong buttons, I wouldn't say that this was pushing the wrong button, but if they do other things that are just complete mismanagement, yeah, I'm all for it because I want the Cowboys to suck. But if they do suck again this year, though, we should know that it's not going to be Dak Prescott's fault because he is a good quarterback. And hey, overall, I feel good about the Giants winning this division. As long as they're healthy and they make all the right moves in the offseason. You know Joe Judge is a great coach, and the guys that stood out the most on defense, like James Bradbury, Blake Martinez, Leonard Williams, Jabril Peppers, they're coming back, and maybe Logan Ryan as well, but if not, Julian Love can fill in just fine. Also, the link to my Patreon is linked in the description, so if you can please donate to that so that I can put out some extra content for you. That'll be on Patreon before I put it on YouTube, most likely on Sports History. That'd be greatly appreciated. Not sure when I'm going to start uploading on that, but I plan on uploading on that pretty soon. So all donations are much appreciated. So that's the end of this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also let me know what you think down in the comments about whether or not franchising Leonard Williams was the right move, and also what do you think the Giants should do to address their receiving problems. Also, what do you think of Dak Prescott? Let's all have a discussion in the comments. Talk to you next time.